Hello, I'm Will, if you hadn't guessed by the schedule and everything and the fact that I'm the next person that needs to upload. But, despite that, okay, just before I start actually saying anything that's interesting and everything, I'm recording this at about 2 AM because I've put this off all day. You didn't need to know that, but hey, yeah. Uh, I'm Will, I live in the southern-ish part of England. Yeah, I guess it counts as southern-ish. By the way that I speak, you might be able to guess a more accurate thing, but because people carry on moving around, you may be wrong. Who knows? Anyway, I'm just gonna hijack off the categories that it seems like everyone else is using. I've got hobbies, fandoms, likes, music, books, dislikes, and what I want to do in that order because I've written this all out in a text document because I'm organised like that. Anyway, to start off with, I've got my wee little list of hobbies because I don't particularly do much. I'm incredibly obsessed with what I actually do. The first two things. Firstly, I'll start off with things I don't really do as much. Firstly, reading. I used to read a lot. I think I devoured a book every day or something like that when I was at my peak reading speed. I don't know. Is there any such thing as a reading speed? I think so. Yeah, I used to read a lot of books, but considering I've had the ability to use the internet in my room a bit more lately, I've just spent my time watching anime. That leads nicely on to one of the things I do quite a lot, and that's watching anime. Yeah, that's why I'm up at like 2 in the morning on a Friday evening. I always stay up until like 3 or whenever the latest episode of Railgun S gets released. It's just like I watch that series all the time. Well, I don't watch it all the time, but I am like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe the feelings I have for it. I'm dedicated to watching it on the day it comes out. If not, I like get up in the morning and the first thing I do is download it. Yeah, and another thing that I do, I find this really fun for some reason. A lot of people probably don't, but I like looking up random stuff on the internet and I memorize the facts. And I just like learning random facts and I share them with people. If you've read my Twitter at any point, it's like I share random facts with people and they don't even realise that I found these while I was incredibly bored reading Wikipedia. Um, Finally, this is probably the largest sink of my time as I play lots and 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 lots of video games on my PC because I am a PC gamer all the way through. There might be a link to my Steam profile in the description if I can be asked to put it there. I don't know. I might be. I might be. If not, you can leave a comment. Tell me. Well, you forgot to put a link to your Steam profile in the description, and I'll go, hey, person, insert name here. Yeah, I forgot to put my Steam profile in the description. Here you go. Have my Steam profile. I've ranted on for like a couple of minutes about just my hobbies. Anyway, fandoms. I don't have many of them, sadly. It's like a couple of them don't even count as fandoms, to be honest. Firstly, well, this isn't most primarily. If you haven't guessed by the fact that I watch anime reasonably a lot, I class myself as an otaku. I've got quite an obsession with Japanese culture generally. I'm just looking upwards if my voice is sounding a bit weird. I imported a single a couple of months ago, so I'm just looking at that. It gives me support in some way. I don't know. It just like reminds me of what I've descended into. Another one this is slightly less devouring of my time. I do watch the occasional television. It's like it doesn't consume me at all. I do watch Doctor Who. If you saw, when was it? It was when at the start of Series 7 Part 2. I live tweeted everything. I just posted all of my comments on Twitter as they came to mind, and I got a few retweets, gained a few followers, all the stuff you get on Twitter. I use Twitter a lot. I forgot to say that, but if you haven't guessed by the fact that I rant about it, another one that's slightly less interesting is, well, I don't even know if this counts as a fandom. I'm a computing enthusiast. I don't know. I don't think that's a fandom, but I count as a fandom. We use lingo that no one else would understand. We obsessively check for the release of new parts and speculate about stuff, and it's quite a nice community. There's a forum that I read, and I'm part of their distributed computing team, but I've turned it all off because it's the summer and it causes my computer to overheat. Another one, this is like the biggest sink of time if you haven't guessed by the fact that I play lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of video games. I really, really like video games. It's like they eat my time. I read about stuff to do with video games. I live video games. They've replaced my life. Twitter, if Twitter's the social communication of my life, and then the video games are what replace like sports or whatever, things that people do for fun. Yeah, I don't. Just a little thing. I play games that well, I say not many. I don't really play like incredibly popular games. I don't play Battlefield. I don't play Call of Duty. I do play like Borderlands 2, which is rather popular, but it's like the majority of my Steam library is quite obscure games, to be honest. Well, I say quite obscure games, either games that have been released a few months ago and everyone's already played, or a lot of them are indie games, to be honest. I just brought it open. Oh, fuck, it's been 6 minutes and I'm just ranting about stuff. Anyway, I like a lot of stuff. This is just like, these are things that I've noted down. If you haven't guessed by me saying that I'm using the text document, I like primarily bacon. Bacon is amazing. I once speculated about founding a religion to do with bacon, and I actually went into depth about how you've got different factions of the bacon religion, and they all go for different condiments on their bacon, and it is on their bacon sandwiches, and I don't know why. There's something wrong with me. I'm sure. Anyway, I also like cold weather. It's really strange. I really hate the heat that's on at the moment. That's one of my dislikes, as I'll get onto later. But, well, I won't go into detail. But I really like cold weather. I don't know what it is about it. Cold and cloudy. That is like my ideal conditions. Not raining or anything. I just want it cold and cloudy. Just, yeah. I also like coffee. I don't drink much, to be honest. I have like a cup every day, a cup in the morning, get me waking up. Wow, you can tell it's 2:10 and I'm like half asleep already. Yeah, drink a cup in the morning, gets me going. All that good stuff. I also drink tons of random fizzy drinks. I don't know. That is just like what I live on. I also overuse the emoticon that goes by lowercase x and then an uppercase D. That is just like my staple emoticon. I use it for everything. Also, this ties back into what I've already said to do with Animu. I really like Index Railgun Universe. It is incredibly interesting. I just like science fantasy generally, and science fantasy anime to do with like weird supernaturally stuff that isn't fully explained, and it is just amazing. I would say something else, but yeah. I also quite like animals. In vast contrast to Neelam, to be honest. It's like I have 2 dogs in the room at the moment. One of them's spazzing on. They're both spazzing on the floor at the moment. I also have a cat, 2 parrots, a lizard, a few chickens. Yeah, I have lots of animals. I also really like cheese. I don't know what it is about cheese. I just like cheese. I don't know why I decided to put that down. I like mature cheeses. I don't know what it is about them. Just like nutty flavors. I also like Sillet Bang, as if you know anything about me, I go on about Sillet Bang, but that's not an actual interest. I was just going on about Sillet Bang for a joke. Okay, I'm really dragging on here. It's like 9 minutes. I hope you're finding this interesting. If you're not, I've probably cut out parts, to be honest. I listen to pretty much anything, to be honest. It's like I don't really listen to rap, but it's like there are a few songs I like. It's like I don't know what it's about them. It's if I like the sound of them. And I don't really like pop music. I don't know what it is about it. I just don't really like it. I don't like pop music from like this area. That's really it. It's like Asian pop music. Theirs is quite interesting. That might just be my otaku side coming through. But I don't know. That isn't just J-pop, by the way. I quite like K-pop as well. Also, my favourite music, probably metal. It's quite strange. I'm like Will the Gentle Giant. Yeah, talking about being a giant. I'm like 6'3". It's like ridiculous, and I'm still growing. So I suspect I'll be banging my head on doorways within a short amount of time. But yeah, favourite genre generally is metal. But if you focus right in, I really like symphonic metal. I don't know what it is about it. It's just like female singer plus metal plus music plus instruments from orchestras. I can't remember. They probably have a snazzy adjective, to be honest. Bands I listen to. I listen to a lot of Nightwish. I don't know why. I bought a couple of their albums and streamed the others on Spotify. Spotify's good. I also listened. What was it? I listened to the Revamp has one album out. It's like I think their lead singer's been covering for Nightwish's one in tours. But it's like I've just picked them up off a Kickstarter. It's really strange, but their music's quite good. I only stream it on Spotify. Haven't got around to buying it. But my favourite band. This is really strange. I can't pronounce their name properly. It's I think it's Yosei Tekoku or something like that. But it's Japanese gothic metal. But it's quite symphonic and it's got a female vocalist, and it is all amazingly awesome. And I discovered them because of the opening to an anime I watched once. Quite interesting. Anyway, let's move on. Book stuff. I used to read a lot of books, but I had trouble thinking of books that I actually really liked. So this is just a small selection of what I read. Depending on, this is just like a few random books I plucked out. As anyone, of course I read Harry Potter. I've read all of the books, and I really enjoyed it. It's been a couple of years since I actually read all of the books, and I should really reread them at some point. I really enjoyed that. A different one. This is like one of my favourite genres, but it's really strange. I like reading hard sci-fi, so the culture novels by Ian M. Banks. I find them really good. I don't know what it's about them. Very niche interest, to be honest. Very few people actually read hard sci-fi. I find it nice. Another interesting series. I really enjoyed it. It's, what is it? I think it's 4 books, but Mortal Engines. I really enjoyed those, and I don't know why. I think it's just like dystopias. I like dystopias for some reason. They terrify me, but I really like dystopian stuff. Yeah, and like I said, there are quite a few other things that I haven't gone on ranting about. Oh, bloody hell, it's 12 minutes. Okay, let's go on about things I don't like. I'm just going to rush through all this. I don't like chavs, obviously. We have way too many chavs. It's Britain. I don't mind, on another note, talking about Britain, I don't mind rain. I don't know why it's about rain. It's like rain when it's cold is quite horrible, but rain when it's warm rain, I don't mind being out in warm rain, except when it's like a thunderstorm and it's really bad. I also dislike bad grammar. I obsessively correct everyone. It is quite strange. I also dislike hot weather, if you heard what I said earlier. I'm now staring outside my window. You can't see my face because I'm like privacy freak 103 or something. I don't know why I said 103, random number. I also don't like oranges. Don't know what it is about oranges. I just don't really like citrus fruits generally. I don't know what it is about them. Another thing I don't like, this is really strange, I don't like the taste of water. It's like the taste of water, and you just taste a little hint of the chemicals they add to it, and that's it. And it's like, why do I want to taste chemicals? So that's why I always drink fizzy drinks or squash, or like water that's had stuff added to it, because I hate the taste of just water on its own. Another thing I really dislike, and this is like, only people that follow both me and Rosie on Twitter will actually understand this, but Willy, as in the ship, it scares me. It actually scares me that people would do that. Bloody hell, I've been ranting on about myself for about 14 minutes. This is gonna take a while to actually get the video sorted for. But finally, yeah, I bet you're annoyed with me dragging on about my life, but final part, what I want to do in the future, I really have no clue. No, that's a lie. I don't know what job I want to go into specifically, but I know what qualifications I want to get. I don't know what I'll do with them, but I'm looking to get qualifications in computer science, because I think the field just generally looks interesting. It's like how computers work, the theory behind them, and practical application of that theory. And it is all, I find that all really interesting, and it's stuff that I read about in my spare time anyway. So getting qualifications in it and working in that field is ideal for me, really. However, according to this is the final note of the video. According to Cameron, I'd prefer to be a porn star. Can't believe I just said that. Yeah, that's what Cameron has to say. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed learning about who I am. I'll probably have a video that's actually more of a video rather than a couple of pictures with my voice. Yeah, I'll probably have a proper video next week, like gameplay footage or something. Something interesting. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I should really cut down this audio file, but I don't know. I don't know whether this is too long or something. Anyway, see you next time, whatever. I think it's Rosie who has her video tomorrow. See Rosie's video tomorrow. And there's not much more to say. And I know that audio's just suddenly gone from me speaking to me speaking. It's like a audio jump cut. I don't know why it was. The audio after here went all clicky. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Like, favourite, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to my channel if you think my gameplay stuff's interesting. There might be anything else to say. Share. You can share it. Favourite it. Subscribe. Like. Whatever stuff you want to do with this video. Leave a comment. Leave a comment, yeah. Leave a comment if I forget to put my Steam profile in. And also if you've got anything else to say. Yeah. see you whenever. Yeah, see you next week, or on my channel if you want to go onto my channel. Do it.